So I'm going to regret doing this. I really am. But apparently Chad and Kevin are having. So it's for those of you who don't know, Chad Zumock and Kevin Brennan, Misery Loves Company podcast, they were having this really cool idea. They wanted to do a live event this Saturday, right? In Atlantic City at some beer hall. Now, dude, if Steel Toe was having a live event in Atlantic City and a beer hall, you know we're calling it the Beer Hall Putsch. I mean, as a matter of fact, I'm thinking of the next anniversary show at Stoney's should be called Steel Toe 11, the Beer Hall Putsch. How do you not, right? And shut up. So Chad and Kevin are having this live event. And, oh, we're not live on Kick right now? Oh, fuck. Sorry. So Chad and Kevin are having this big event. And it's been sold out, but then someone will cancel. I think somebody's fucking with them. Like they order a ticket and then they cancel it. Then they order a ticket, then they cancel it. It's been sold out for weeks, but then a ticket pops up and then it sells out and then a ticket pops up and then it sells out. Because nothing can be done in that stupid fucking Dabbleverse without there being some kind of fuckery or there being some kind of, there's a guy, then the guy canceled. Like it's all hillbilly, redneck, double-digit IQ entertainment. But it's funny to like look from the outside and you're like an alien life form observing inbreds. And they're just going, no, I got a ticket. Watch this, I'm going to give a ticket back. Oh, you're not sold out anymore, Chad. But then Chad feeds into it. He's like, oh, gosh, we have a new ticket. There's a ticket available. I'm going to buy Chad's ticket. Watch this. I bought Chad's ticket. It's sold out. 2 days later, watch this. I'm going to give him a ticket back. I gave back Chad Zumock's ticket. Watch him go put it up for sale. Why not just say it's sold out and leave the one seat open? At any rate, let's go to this clip. Kevin apparently threw a fit because Kevin throws fits. And he told Chad that he's going to cancel the event. So it's not like a stand-up comedy event. It's like a podcast event. They're going to do a live podcast. Here's where they're fucking stupid. They're like, well, should we bring Ray DeVito? No. The answer should always be no. I don't care who you are. I don't care what event you're throwing. Unless it's for a volunteerist tribute to the Wicker Man, Ray DeVito should not be invited. I don't dislike Ray. I don't think he's a bad guy. He's just matter and antimatter. He doesn't exist. He doesn't add or subtract. He's just a lump, a thing. So they're having this fucking fight over Ray DeVito and shit. Shut up. Bring your MLC guys. Bring John DiCaprio from Win by Two, who's totally fine, and just do your fucking event. Why is it like girls all the time? What's wrong with leave well enough alone? Why does there always have to be a fucking problem with these people? See, now I'm getting worked up. We're old, guys. We don't need to be behaving like this.
Welcome to the show. Please welcome, you know him. You've seen him on Spin City. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Kevin Brennan. Whoa.
Way to make your guest really tiny. Well, now here's the deal. Don't let him come on now right at the beginning and go, I'm not doing the event. The event's done. I'm not doing it. It's just, it almost seems like pro wrestling. It just almost seems like a put on.
There he is. It's happening.
Yeah, I can't find can you hear me?
You sound great.
Yeah, I can't find something that I need for my computer.
A competent co-host? Sorry. I'm in a bad mood because I know this is going to be really stupid, but Chad Zumock got me, I saw it, it just came across my transom on Twitter, and I'm like, I'm going to ask him about it tonight, and I'm going to regret it. Here we go.
It's fucked up. Boschetti's out.
No.
Yeah, Boschetti's out.
What the fuck? You can no. There's no Buschetti's out. You can't just book a guy for a thing and then go, oh yeah, he's not doing it. I don't know. Maybe get somebody more dependable, no offense, than Mike Buschetti. Maybe book a guy who, if he says, oh yeah, I'll do it. Like, what about Florentine? Florentine's probably working.
And have you spoken to the owner of the Tennessee Beer Hall?
Oh, no.
I have.
When?
2 days ago.
And what did he say?
By the way, let me tell you, that means that it was 4 or 5 days ago. It was not 2 days ago.
You want me to go through the text messages?
Yeah. So do I need to speak to this guy?
Uh-oh.
I don't think so. Do you want to?
There's a tone there. That's the daddy tone of like, something's fucked up, but I'm not just going to tell you right away. I'm going to see if you know so you'll admit it to me. Either that or you fucked up.
Yeah, I need to know. So we have 60 people coming, but anyone's allowed into the event.
Basically what's going on.
Wait. What? Then you have to refund everybody who bought a ticket. You can't let everybody in for free and go, oh yeah, but these 65 people, they get a ticket. Who's running this shit? It's a fucking Eventbrite link. It's tickets. We're done. This isn't a fucking vaudeville. We're not putting on a Broadway show. You understand Cheetos and Stonies would have this shit locked down cold by now. Adam Simon with $5 says, this is an appreciation for Chad Zumock. Love you, brother.
I got miscommunication. There's 60 seats to be sold. I was under the impression that that's all we could sell. But he wants to open to the public where people can come in no matter
that's
what.
Not
okay,
gonna happen.
so
That's
no,
not
wait,
happening.
let me tell you where this fucked up. Usually when you have a comedy show or you have some kind of live event, in exchange for like paying a site fee, the bar will just give you the venue because they don't usually put 60 people a night in there. So they'll close to the public. They'll have this private event, 60 people packed up buying beer. They'll make more money that way if they're a small venue. Okay, cool. That's how we've always done our comedy shows. When we were Peak Steel Toe on the radio here, and we did the Falls Ballroom in Little Falls, and we'd have 300-400 people in there. They would close for the night. They wouldn't have music. There wouldn't be a ballroom. There wouldn't be dancing. It would be 300-400 people getting fucking shit hammered, and they knew they were going to make more money. We didn't pay them a dime for using the venue. Chad never checked with this guy to see if he was closing up shop during their thing. That's something you got to get agreed upon right off the bat. So they're going to have a live MLC broadcast, but the guy who owns the bar was under the impression that it's going to be open to the public and people can mosey on in. Okay, let me explain to you why that's a fucking disaster. Because let's say they have regulars in and you have 65 seats, right? 30 regulars come in. They're taking up half the seats for the people who have bought tickets. Now the people who bought tickets are going to be pissed, or this guy's going to have to kick his regulars out of seats, and his regulars are going to be pissed. Jesus Christ, you guys. I'm not good at putting this shit together. And I know that for a basic.
Okay.
That's not happening. So some people are going to be there that have nothing to do with it, and then 60 people are going to have to pay for.
Which, by the way, will be a disaster for Kevin's podcast because the 20 or 30 people, or let's say this place is really popular and 40 or 50 show up, they're not going to give a fuck about the Misery Loves Company podcast, and they're just going to be yapping the entire time, which is fine. It's open to the public. It's allowed. They're going to be having conversation. They're going to be drinking and hooping it up with their friends. And that's going to be really distracting to a live performer.
Be there, and then the other people are going to be there for free.
I don't know exactly. I think.
Yeah. Oh, Chad. And like, I don't dislike Chad. I don't want this to come off as like shitting on Chad, but this is a big time fuck upsy daisy.
I'll have to pay to get in.
Okay, that's why I need to speak to the guy. So wait, so what was the miscommunication?
I was under the impression, from what I understand,
From who?
dealing with him, from my communication, saying that we had 60 tickets to sell, and that's it. And then I said that, and then there were some trolls, Melton's trying to troll it and shut it down.
Melton can't do shit. He can't troll it and shut it down. Stop it. Don't distract yourself with that shit. Just here's what these guys don't understand. Are you good? Can you sell tickets? Nobody can fuck up your thing. Melton's a retard. Melton is incapable of anything. If you say Melton's fat, he melts down and rants for 5 minutes. He's a sensitive baby. He can't do anything to your show. You're just using that for drama's sake. Here's what it is. Do you have a good event? Can you sell the tickets? Nobody can fuck with it. You're good.
and they contacted the guy, and they started all this shit. So I started going back and forth with them, and then we got it resolved.
How did you get it resolved?
Oh no.
I could send you the screenshots of the text.
No, just tell me what happened.
This is awkward. This is really awkward. Because Chad kind of knows he's caught in a thing here, and he thought it was going to work itself out, but now Daddy Kevin has a hold of it, and now it's going to be a thing.
So he's saying anyone can go.
Yes.
No, it's open to the public. It's not a private.
Right. That should have been taken care of in the first. I don't care about this. Whatever. The only reason I care about this is because I do live events. I've been doing live events for over 10 years. This is the easiest part of the whole thing. You have an understanding. We're gonna we want to invade your bar that night. We want to shut it down. We want to sell tickets to our people and do a live event, do a show. You never made that clear with the guy if he was under the impression it could be open to the public.
Private event. If it's a private event, we're gonna have to buy out the whole place, like $4,000.
Why didn't you tell Kevin that in the first place? You guys could have found another venue. You can find bars all over the place that will just let you do an event. Because again, they'll be guaranteed. It'll be so nice for the venue because they'll be guaranteed a certain amount of people that night. Like if we were to do a steel toe comedy show, and we brought a bunch of comedians from the area, and or you know, we could probably do between 150 and 200 people, realistically. 150 to 200 people, not a bad crowd. And so for the break room, what is it? The Partners Pub in Sartell, or Winners, or anywhere like that, or the Red Carpet. Oh God, that's right. Rick wants to do an event at the Red Carpet. We do something at the Red Carpet for 150 people. Rick's like, great. I'm guaranteed to have 150 people in my bar for 2-3 hours, maybe an hour or two after, and they'll all be buying drinks. I'm happy. Shut it down. Cool. We're going to have a better business night than we would have anyway. And after the 1.5 hour comedy show, we can open the doors back up and then we can add in more people. But that's something that you have organized right off the bat. And if they say, no, if you want to shut it down, it's $4,000. You say, well, that's okay. We'll go somewhere else. We'll find another venue that will just do the straight up trade deal. Oh, no.
So wait, so some people are going to be there for free and some people have to pay. And so we're going to be doing a show for just randos.
Yeah.
No, if there's people there, like his regulars, like eating dinner and stuff, he's not kicking them out, is what he's saying.
Yeah. So what Kevin said is accurate.
But if people come in,
I need to speak to the guy. I need to speak to the guy directly because
Kevin's been doing comedy for what, 40, 45 years? He knows that you don't do that. He knows that that doesn't work for a live event. And Chad's been doing comedy for what, 15, 20 years. He should know better too. God damn you, Chad Zumock and Numero Uno, for getting me interested in this shit. This is so dumb.
I've reached a breaking point with this shit. So I have nothing
I don't blame
to gain
him
by doing this event at this point. I mean, Boschetti came up with some fucking convoluted bullshit today about he can't, he lost his credit card. Check my balance. His card's been frozen. Somebody hacked his account, and now he has to go down to the bank.
Probably me.
And he needs
credit card joke.
He needs a credit card to secure the room. I don't have another one besides the frozen one, so he thinks I'm going to give him my credit card for incidentals. I'm not doing that. I have nothing to gain by doing this event. It's already a shit show. Nothing to gain. So that's where I stand. Okay. So again, John, win by 2. John, has he so it doesn't matter. I need to speak to the owner directly. It's my event. I'm not doing a show.
So wait, correct me if I'm wrong, because I haven't been following this completely. Kevin trusted Chad and put Chad in charge of organizing this, and Chad overlooked. I don't want to say Chad totally fucked it up. Chad overlooked a big part of putting together an event. I'm just going to I'm going into the chat real quick. Oh my God. I got to go into the chat to thank people for throwing money in, first of all. And then I've got to I see if I can get educated on this stuff. Here we go. $5 from numero uno Josh Denny fan says, what's the alcohol content in those? 4.9. Minnesota Gold, my favorite. Love my Minnesota Golds. Numero uno with $2 says, bet you won't chug one. You're right. Numero uno with $1 says, no need to disrespect Ray DeVito. I'm sorry. I apologize. $2 from numero uno Josh Denny fan. I'm trying to keep track. Says, it came across your transom on Twitter. Leave me alone. Doomclone says, Florentine is horrible live. Fucking horrible. Oh, whoa. I got to disagree with that one, Doom. I opened for Florentine in New Hope, Minnesota. Back when I was on the radio, we had him on the show, hung out in the green room. Nicest fucking guy. I was with SP at the time, and I opened for him. His stand-up was fucking hilarious. We hung out after the show. He's the nicest fucking guy. Like, genuinely nice, too. Like, I'm about to leave. I'm like, I can't have too many. I got to drive home. Got the show in the morning. He's like, stick around. Hang out for a little bit. She's not drinking. She could drive. And she did. She was very sweet about it. And Jim was an incredibly nice dude. So I'm not going to say anything negative about Jim Florentine. He's very cool. Plus, when everybody got arrested, I was on the air on MLC with Jim Florentine, and he gave some really good advice. Jim's he can't help it but be a nice guy. He just genuinely is that. $5 from numero uno Josh Denny fan. Says, if anyone hates this clip, don't forget, Aaron said it's Chad Zumock's fault. We got $2 from numero uno Josh Denny fan. He says, Chad and Kevin knew since the beginning that the bar would be open to the public and thought it would be fine until now. The event is in 3 days. That's rough. $20 from Vidam says, wallet, please. I love Oz. Please come back, Oz. Vidam, send me some kind of direct message, and we will send you that wallet that I have. $2 from numero uno Josh Denny fan says, I do want this to come across like shitting on Chad. $5 from numero uno Josh Denny fan. I'm keeping track of every dime for him. Says, stop giving them advice. It's too late to watch the collapse, numbnuts. Or it's too late, watch the collapse, numbnuts. Numero uno Josh Denny fan with $2 says, is this thing on? Numero uno with $1 says, Bueller. Numero uno with $1 says, anyone seeing these? Helgi says, chug, chug, chug for $2. Thank you. All right. So we're $60 ahead from either Monday night or tomorrow morning. Numero uno Josh Denny fan is at $203. He's $7 behind Adam Simon and $67 out of first place. Hoodie and mug for first place. Mug for everybody else. Doomclone says, Florentine is still doing the same jokes from when you opened for him. Guaranteed. Is he? I don't know. I've only seen him once. Pants Maestro says, are you still with SP? Haven't gushed about her lately. Fucking the title of this morning's show was SP told me to do this. Come on, man. All right. Here, what an unfortunate freeze frame of Kevin Brennan. All right, you know what, Doom? You've got me. I'm into this fucking train wreck. Let's hear more about this. God, how can you fuck this up so badly? I'm also kind of getting a vibe that like Kevin just doesn't want to do it and he's looking for a way out.
Where it's like last time with the Geno shit, where people are coming and going. Some people are there for the show, some people aren't. That again, is Ken Mosca still involved?
Yeah, he's the one that facilitated it.
Yeah, okay, so of course that's why it's a shit show, because Ken Mosca will fuck up anything.
No, he didn't do anything. He just put me in charge, so blame me.
Okay,
okay. Come on, though, Chad. Like, you've been doing this long enough. You know that you can't let foot traffic in unless you're allowing walk-in ticket buyers. Tickets at the door. But usually if you have a show, you don't have tickets at the door. Whether you're MLC, Steel Toe, like you just don't have tickets at the door available. If you have a show and you have tickets available at the door, you're doing something wrong. And these guys sold out right away, which is good. But you should have had an understanding with the guy that you're going to get 65 people. They're going to be in your establishment. They're going to be drinking. You only have to close to the public for like an hour and a half. Where is it? Oh, it's in Atlantic City. I was going to say if the weather's nice enough, they can be outside, but not this time of year.
So I need to speak to the guy. I need his contact information. I need to know exactly what's happening. I need to hear from his mouth directly. So why did he cap it at 60 if he wants 4,000 for the room?
That's a good question to ask. I was wondering the same thing.
Did he say 4,000 for? I have a hard time believing. Because 60 tickets, even at $30, is $1,800. That's not even halfway to $4,000. Something, as SP always says, the math ain't mathin' here.
I got communication saying that, I go, how many tickets can we sell? And he said 60. And I go, okay. And then I found out this.
So this bar owner wants to stick these guys in a corner somewhere with 60 people while he still does business over here. I'm not blaming the bar owner. Make as much money as you can, but like you should have communicated that to Kevin that was the case, because it seems like that's something that Kevin has a problem with, and most live performers would. God, this shit is so easy. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever put together like a comedy show or anything like that. It's literally one of the easiest things to do. I don't know if you know like open mic comedians. They're all retarded. And they put these things together around town here all the time. All the time. These dumb, like scraggly bearded losers. I don't mean losers in a bad way. There's a lot of them are nice guys, good comics. But like, I'm saying the look. You know the look. They put this shit together at the upstairs of bars and shit, lofts of bars all the time. And the understanding is you buy a ticket, you go to the event. We're not going to have people walking around in the background fucking yapping.
Sell 60. Why would we sell 60? Why would we charge 60 people to be there and then other people are there for free?
Right.
He said, that's what I found out later. It was 60 seats. So I just was under the assumption that was a sellout.
So there's 60 seats. So
yeah.
So the people that.
So like there's like tap rooms and stuff where 60 is about what you can do. So that makes sense. But like, how about a follow-up question, dude?
At pay $20, they automatically get a seat?
I think that's. I mean, you can ask them all.
You don't know. You don't know. This is shit we need to have down, boys, right off the bat. This isn't hard. I could call, and just calm down if you're going to get mad at me for saying this. I could call Gino Bisconti, agree with him on a number, fly him out here, sell tickets for a month or two, and the show would go off without a hitch. I'd bring some fucking gear from here, or we'd go to a place that has a soundstage set up already. It would be easy. This is not high science.
These questions.
Yeah, I'm going to ask him. So I need his name and number.
Okay, his name's Sal, and I'm not going to give his number right here, obviously.
Fucking pussy, Melton would.
So, I mean, I don't know. I just wanted to do something nice and fun for everybody, but all these trolls are trying to ruin it.
No. It is not trolls. This is not trolls. Melton couldn't troll his way out of a paper bag. Don't blame him. You're right about Melton, so now don't give him power that he doesn't possess just because this thing got fucked up. This is not trolls. Trolls didn't tell the bar owner, yeah, open up, let walk-in, traffic in there, blah, blah, blah. There are questions you didn't ask that you needed to ask. You didn't, and now you're having to deal with this 3 days before. Fucking hell. You know what I would do? I would bite the bullet. I would call venues around the area within like a 3-4 block radius. I would change the location to a place that's going to allow you to close it down. I'd open up another 20 tickets, make it like a 90 or 100 seater, and then there's still enough time to get the word out to people.
No, it's not the trolls. It's like it doesn't matter what the trolls do. If the guy doesn't know what he's doing because he doesn't do events like this, then we have to explain it to him. I mean,
when we did the Steel Toe Comedy Show monthly, and we'd tour around the listening area, we would carve out like a 6 or 7 month window where we would do probably 3 shows every 2 months. And there would probably be 10 to 12 shows a year that we do. I would meet with every single bar owner face to face. I had a folder. I had things that we went over, like, here's what we need you to do. You'd walk them through it. Assume that they've never done it before. You walk them through it because it's better to over-explain and over-prepare than have questions like, say, 3 days before the show. K. Fallon the Great with $5 says, call Gino and see if he can get Jim Norton to tag along. He has to leave his husband at home. That's not very nice. She seems like a nice lady. It's a funny joke. I'm not shitting on you for the joke, but, like, I don't know. He seems happy. She seems really nice.
I mean, what is the guy gaining? He's gaining the bar, and
it's a small place. It's not like it's
okay. Then
huge.
so why is he worried about 60 people not being enough?
I don't know. I was surprised myself because they were contacting him because there were trolls trying to.
Well, you know there's going to be trolls, so that's why you have to make sure it's all buttoned down.
But let me know what trolls can do. You have an agreement to do the event. You sell out all your tickets. Let me tell you what trolls can do. All they can do is call the bar owner and go, yeah, this guy's a piece of shit. This guy's not good. They're going to sound like retards. You got to remember, this bar owner isn't a podcaster, and he doesn't watch these shitty podcasts. He's a real world guy. So he sees internet trolls and he goes, ew, what a bunch of stinky losers with nothing to do. He already looks down upon them. So all you have to do is when you prepare this guy for the show, say, oh, by the way, you're going to get calls from people. They're fans of this show. Show them the Third World Aristocrat unveiling the monster Patrick Melton video and go, this is where they come from. This is who they look up to. If you get those calls, here's what they're going to say, blah, blah. You can totally disarm that ahead of time.
And we're not dealing with some kind of gray area with like, well, if you get a ticket, then you get. So if you buy a ticket, you get nothing. You don't get a guaranteed seat. You don't get a guaranteed anything. You have the same privilege as people that pay nothing.
Okay.
No, I mean, is that the case?
No, Chad, that's bad. Don't say okay to that, Chad. Kevin's trying to make a point that's retarded. And that shouldn't be the case. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, let me go in here real quick. I just want to keep up with you guys. I'm going to move the chat over here. Let's go up. And $2 from numero uno Josh Denny fan. Throw it up. Says, any way to do a proof of life for SP? You want to smell my dick? $1 from numero uno Josh Denny fan says, I forgot what I wanted to say here. Numero uno with $1 says, can we do less pausing? Numero uno with $2 says, any chance we can watch the clip and laugh at these two tards? $1 from numero uno says, when did the Aaron Gives Advice segment start? Because I'm a fucking smart dude. I can't help it. $2.11 for numero uno Josh Denny fan, and also $70 ahead now. Holy shit. Thank you guys very much for your Talil says, ew, didn't shower. No, I was being funny, Talil. I didn't literally mean he should smell my penis. Treetop Armadillo says, trolls can't do anything. Chad just doesn't want daddy to yell at him anymore. Bigot on Socialist Media says trolls are more dangerous to themselves than anyone else. Yeah. Puerto Rican Prostate Puncher says a bomb threat could prove you wrong. Well, I don't see that as trolling. That's a terroristic threat. That goes a little beyond trolling, if you ask me. All right, let's get back into it here. We just had to get to our lovely donors like numero uno Josh Denny fan.
I'll let you speak to him. I mean, I've worked so hard putting all this together, so I'll let you guys deal with it from here on out. I said,
but you haven't worked hard putting this together. You didn't get the fucking basics done.
Whatever you want to do,
And John spoke to him?
Yes. In fact, I spoke to John today.
About what?
About he wants to go down there and look at where we're setting up all the outlets, just what he has to work with.
DiCaprio. I know you'll watch this. DiCaprio, you know better. Come on. Maybe I shouldn't be too hard on him. He wasn't supposed to set it up. It's not his responsibility. But you're a music guy. You know how to run this shit, how to book this shit. I guess you don't have to hold Chad's hand for this stuff, but like, come on. The event is exclusive. You got to get that, down.
He needs to bring monitors, screen, all of it. He just wants to.
Okay, but it's all a moot point if the guy is not. If we're not in charge, if he's just going to be like, well, you guys got to do it over here.
Yeah.
You got to do it in the corner. It's like,
yes.
So there's too many. Once Ken Mosca's involved and he's the third party guy connecting all the dots, then there's going to be problems because Ken Mosca always gets the information wrong.
No,
Chad, you've organized comedy shows.
We have this is because I couldn't
we don't need it. I'm not making any money, and for this.
No,
for
he's
what?
not.
For the guys.
No, he's not. The people organizing it never make money. They pay everyone else. You do all the work because it's just fun to do the event and you hang out with the fans and whatever. I always make sure my guys get paid first. When Kevin says like I'm not making any money, what he means is the time he's investing, the stuff he's doing, the money he's going to make is going to be it's an indifferent amount of money.
Like, so the people that pay get nothing. People that pay get nothing, and the people that are there, they could just stay in the chairs.
Well, and also don't forget, the people who are there for free don't give a fuck about Kevin Brennan or Chad Zumock or John DiCaprio or Misery Loves Company. So you're kind of going to be annoying them too.
I mean, whatever you want to do.
Makes no sense. There's no point in doing an event that's going to be a shit show. I have nothing to gain by doing a shit show event.
How does this not make sense?
Does John do comedy? He's a DJ, right?
I'm not going to tell you what he's doing.
Huh?
I'm not going to tell you his tech. He doesn't want his business out there.
Okay, but he doesn't do comedy events, does he?
He does all kinds of events.
Okay, the point is, if it was at a comedy club, it was at the Stand or Side Splitters, that's what they do for a living. So they would be like, okay, this is how we do it. They would know the Wi-Fi. They would know everything. This guy.
That could be a fun event. Gino up here to do comedy. Get Corey up here to do comedy. Have DiCaprio do the sound stuff. Could be kind of fun.
He just wants us to bring him business.
Do you know how much fucking money we could draw in St. Cloud? And the people who aren't like local Steel Toe fans won't get this. Do you know how many fucking people we draw if Adrian and I reunited and did a comedy show? Holy shit. I know our all-time record for attendance we did a 460-seat show at the Falls Ballroom in Little Falls. The line was around the corner. It was like peak Steel Toe. It was insane. It was surreal. It didn't feel like it was like my life. Like pulling up to a venue and seeing a line wrapped around the building. It was fucking wild. If Adrian and I got back together and did one show, in this area, we could probably do 300 to 400 people.
And then we get fucked. So he's like, they'll bring me business. He's got nothing to lose. We bring him business. I don't make any money. I got to pay John. I got to pay Boschetti. It's like, fuck it. Like I'd have to be insane.
He could make more money just sitting at home that night doing a show.
I'd have to be insane to walk into a fucking shit show event with my name on it. And the owner's like, well, like Ken Mosca said.
I thought you didn't care.
No, that's what
this
he's
is unbelievable.
I thought you said I don't get. You have nothing to gain. You don't care.
Exactly. So that's why I'll just drop out. I have nothing to gain by doing the fucking event.
All right.
Give me $1,000. I'll call my PO and see if I can make it. I'll give him a call. I'll be like, hey, buddy. He'll be like, who are you? I'm the guy who calls you once every 4 months. He's like, well, you only have one more call left. I'm like, well, let's call it this one then. Can I go to Atlantic City? Give me $1,000. I'll do it.
No, it's not complicated. It's like I haven't spoken to the guy, so I can't really say to you or John like what the fuck's going on. I'll deal with the guy directly, and if there's problems, I'll address them, and if it doesn't get resolved, then I'll go, okay, we'll pull the event.
I think what Kevin's learning here is that he's the only adult in the situation, and he should have been running this from Jump Street. Actually, I think DiCaprio could have run this. DiCaprio's a live event guy. That might be where Kevin fucked up in the first place. Probably should have had DiCaprio on this thing from Jump Street. Chad strikes me as he's a feature comic, right? He opens for people, so he doesn't organize any of the shit. He just shows up.
2 days out.
Okay, so you give people their $20 fucking back.
Cool, and I'll just cancel my flight and hotel. That's great.
No, you were coming anyway.
All right. I mean, we're going to have a live podcast. You can put it on your Patreon. You can get the super chats. I thought that's the whole plan.
Chad, if it's a shit show, it has no value.
But you even
if
said
it's a shit show, it has no value. If the guy is just some guy that knows Ken Mosca, that's going to be like, okay, yeah, you can bring me business. I'll give you nothing in return. Nothing. He will. But
what do you want from him?
If he's going to,
what do you want from him? If I'm doing a live event, I want to be the only thing going on in that place. Fucking hell. This makes me want to do a comedy show now. Just because I didn't realize how fucking hard this was for people. Jesus Christ. I've had a beer and a half and I've already... I had a beer and a half. I'm already thinking about telling you guys something that I'm not supposed to tell you. I talked to someone from 101 today. Shut up, Aaron.
Leave it up to the general public. He has no regard for what we're doing, and he's going to be like, "Well, you guys got to shut it down, or whatever." So I want to hear from his mouth what he thinks is going to happen. That's what I want to know. What does he think is going to happen? Because I know how these guys work. They're like, "Yeah, you bring me the business. It's my venue, so I'll call all the shots once you guys show up. I'll be running things once you show up." And I'll be like, "Okay, if that's the case, then." If the guy's not trying to, the guy just wants business.
Okay.
It's not an okay. That's a fact. That's what these guys want. They want you to bring your business,
right?
And then he wants his cake and he wants to eat it too. He's like, bring me business and I'll give you nothing in exchange.
Listen, you have all the leverage. If this guy runs a venue that on a Saturday night doesn't typically get 65 people in there at a time, tell him, make this our exclusive event. We're going to do a 2-hour podcast. So for 2 hours, give us the room. And those 65 people will buy drinks. Make it a 2-drink minimum if you want to. Those people will buy drinks, and you will have a guaranteed 65 people in your little beer hall for 2 hours. And then after that, open the floodgates. Let everybody come in. If you threaten to pull those 60-some-odd people out of there, he'll probably give you what you want. But it should have never got to this point.
James, nothing.
I mean, we don't have to pay for a venue.
Huh?
We don't have to pay for the venue.
You never have to pay for a venue. There's always a venue you can find that is dying to put 70, 80, 90, 100 people in there and guaranteed to have that level of clientele for 2 hours. How many bars do you go to where there's 75 people in it at a time? Not many if you think about it. There's not many where you do a head count and there's 75 people. You tell a bar you're putting 75 people in there ready to go and get rip-roaring drunk. They'll give you the run of the room.
What venue?
The places we were talking to, we had to pay for the venue. And
you should never have to pay for a venue. If you're any good, you don't have to pay for a venue. If you're a draw, you don't have to pay for a venue.
We're getting this for free.
Yeah, you get what you pay for.
All right.
I'm just saying, I haven't spoken to the guy. And you haven't spoken to the guy directly either. You've spoken to him through text?
Yeah, I mean, that's how he's communicating, so.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's on me. I got to put on me because I'll get down there and it'll be like, I'll get down and it'll be like, well, he said, this is what he said to me. It's like, I need to talk to the guy directly. It's 3 days out, plenty of time to cancel, plenty of time to give everybody their fucking precious refunds back.
I mean, that's not. 3 days. These people have gotten hotels. Some of these people, I'm sure, have gotten plane tickets. It's your guys' responsibility to make this work for your customers.
All right.
he should have never allowed us to do the show there. And again, we already did the show there last year, and it wasn't well run. You were saying the guy.
It was a different owner.
You had no security. You had no anything.
Well, it was a different owner. This guy was brought in to clean it.
This guy's the same guy.
No, this is a brand new.
But he's singing the same tune.
And also, we're bringing in our own sound stuff this time. We're not relying on them. We have our own stuff.
But what's the security?
Oh, if you're doing a podcast, you got to bring your own sound stuff. If you're doing a comedy show, you can use their sound stuff. Comedy doesn't take too much. But if you're doing a podcast, you got to bring your own shit, dude.
Who's going to be collecting at the door? I mean, no one's going to pay $20 to get in.
Collecting at the door, and he has an off-duty police officer with him.
Fuck that. Make DiCaprio do it.
Ken's collecting at the door, and he has off-duty. Moscow. He was helping me out.
No, that's what he said. But that's what happened last time, and then he canceled.
No, he put the stuff. He gave me the people, the old owner, and put everything in place with. They said I was going to have everything.
This sounds like a lot of excuses. I'm sorry. You can just kind of read people. There's people who know they've been caught and they didn't plan a lot and they weren't very thorough and they kind of got the answer they wanted and then they stopped asking questions and now they're trying to retcon the whole thing.
Guy, and they just didn't bring anything. They didn't bring security. They didn't bring anything. So this time around, we're like, let's do it different.
Ken Mosca is going to be working the door.
Yeah, because he wants to help. He feels bad about last year for help setting this up for me, helping setting up, and he's just like, I won't let that happen this time because I thought they were gonna.
How's he gonna be working the door?
Like people work the door.
He's gonna say.
He's gonna have a list of everyone that bought a ticket,
right?
And when, they have to have, and he'll give out the lanyard and everything else from there. If you don't have it,
I'm getting bored. I'm just letting you guys know right off the top. What are we, 13 minutes in? I'm bored. I think we've all got the gist of it. I can go a little bit further. Boy, I can tell I haven't drank in a long time. Holy shit. I'm probably not going to finish this second beer. It's been a while. I've been a lightweight my whole life. And I've never been a drink every day kind of a guy. It's been a while since I drank. This is a bit much. Let's keep going. $2 from numero uno Josh Denny. Oh no, I did that one. All right, where'd I leave off? Here we go. Numero uno Josh Denny fan with $2 says, who's $70 ahead? I don't know. Are we calling it the evening show for Monday or the morning show for tomorrow? Well, now we're $80 ahead. Numero uno Josh Denny fan with $10 says, do a shot. Oh, wait, no, there's a different $10 one. Can she put her hand in frame and wave? Oh, she's not here right now. We have a big snowstorm in Minnesota right now. It might keep us awake tonight. Did I tell you she called me a fag in her sleep? Last night I woke up at like 12:30. I said, I'll wake up once or twice during the night and fall back asleep. But I woke up in the middle of the night and I adjusted, like I shifted, and I think I pulled the blankets off of her a little bit. And she goes, just go home, faggot. I told her about that today. I'm like, you called me a faggot in your sleep. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah. She goes, who was I talking about? I'm like, I'm pretty sure you were talking about me. She goes, what did I say? I said, you told me to go home, faggot. Oops. They all dump me eventually. Let's go to $2 from numero uno Josh Denny fan. Says Chad ended his show claiming a personal emergency after Kevin was done berating him. Consensus is he pulled the plug out suddenly because he couldn't hold back a crying fit. I don't think a grown man is going to cry on the air over that. I think come on, numero uno. That's you guys doing your internet-y shit. Like, oh, he's going to cry. He's not going to cry. $10 from numero uno says, do a shot. No. Dude, I can't even handle these beers right now. I'm regretting that. $2 from numero uno says, can't believe Chad Zumock ruined the Watching Politicians talk show that was happening before this. Well, you're the paying customer, dude. This is what you wanted. I'm going to give you what you want. $1 from numero uno says, I honestly wasn't listening to anything they said. Well, we got numero uno at 238. He's now officially $32 behind Flinty Gecko. and he is $28 ahead of Adam Simon.